Hola people, hello and welcome. This is our month ahead, you know? This is our month ahead overview for May. Did I get the month right? Look, I did get it right. Watch out, world. Um oh, it's May. It's gonna be May, y'all. Can you believe it? I don't know how I feel about that. I say it every month. Things just keep speeding by. We're in May now. But hello, good afternoon. We are recording this on April 30th, 2023. It's 12:47 p.m. here in Northern California. We are working with Metamorphosis and Thorn Oracle for the month of May. So, like normal and natural, take some time to ground and center. Take some time to focus on your breathing, some time to tune into your present moment. Take some time to just be with ourselves here. Hey, Lilibeth, are you a real person? Tell me just comment you're a real person. Tell me you're a real person. Because sometimes, like, I see your name and then it's just all like me, like graphics. And I'm like, is this a bot or is this a person? Because I get so many bots. And it's never like comments or responses to anything. It's always just, yeah. So just confirm you're a real person for me because it just makes me wonder. Well, hello, Jeff. Ooh, Oz. We love Oz. So beautiful. Did I say hello to Dragon Dancer? I don't remember. I'm so sorry if I didn't. So yes, like normal natural, take some time to ground and center. Take some time to focus on your breathing. Just be in this present moment. Tune in with wherever you're at right now. And when you're ready, call in your spirits, you guys, your allies, your ancestors. Call in all the good shit for your highest and best. Call that energy in, that vibration in, and allow it to impress upon you. Allow it to inspire you, to motivate you, to help you as we navigate this co-creative adventure. And recognize that this is simply a collective reading, so it is a generalized reading for the month ahead. And do with it what you will. Do your own divination to make it a little more personal. Yeah, but use it to work with. So, when you're ready, if you'd like, go ahead and comment the first one or two numbers that pop out for you between 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that will help take a general, make it a little more personal. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Go ahead and comment the first one or two numbers that tug at your dominant psychic traits, whatever that may be. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I hope everyone's been having a great weekend. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Lilibeth, if you could just comment, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to still think you're a bot. 3 and 5. All right. Let me pull from this deck. Do y'all have any like feelings for the month of May? Like what kind of energies that you'd like to explore? Anything exciting happening for you this month or you'd like to create? I don't know yet. I've been hit. I've been hit with the writing bug again. I don't force it anymore. I just let myself, like, when I'm ready to write, I write. It's probably not that great if you really want to get something birthed, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Interesting. Go ahead and comment. All right. We've got a few of these cards already. Okay. So stack 1 is the moon. The moon. Stack 1. Emotions, masks, hidden, nurturing, fluid, mystery. What do you think of when you think of the moon? You know, what pops up for you when you think of the moon? Anything, any key words, any memories, anything, just be mindful of that. The moon. And it's coupled with, we've had this recently, I'm trying to remember when, recently, this last week sometime, I think, mahogany, obsidian, deflect, growth, focused, sexuality, passion, reflection, reactive, personal, erratic, or personal growth, I should say. Work through intimacy issues or challenges, stepping out of the victim mentality and building courage. Mahogany obsidian. So what do you make of that? The moon coupled with mahogany obsidian, ushering in the first, the first of the month, the first of May. I really like this because so stack one, cards one, the moon mahogany obsidian deflect. I find, and feel free to share your thoughts. I find that it's reminding us this month as we usher in like this really exciting playfulness, this exciting time to be inspired, to be motivated, to get things done, to also have this emotional understanding of why we need to get things done. Because May can be about fun. May can be about ushering in all of this like wonderful exciting time to be experienced and to be had. But if we really want to take into consideration our goals and what we seek to achieve, then make those things fun, make those things excitable, even if it's work, like make it, build something around it that can feel really good. So understand like the emotional attachment or the emotional involvement in what we're doing, right? And so the moon can represent masks and things that are hidden, right? And so with mahogany obsidian, it's building courage. Moon shadow work, yeah, can be, absolutely. So building courage in the moon, it's like, okay, let me explore this month, right? The month of May. I may be given opportunities to explore those masks that I carry with me, the masks that I put on to perform for the reality around me. Yeah. And it is okay for me to use masks to engage with my world, because masks can help us build that courage. And so if we need to build courage in our lives, right? If we need to build courage in our lives this month, then put on that sort of mask. Create a character. That character will always be a part of you, and you may not always need it, but sometimes we need to put on, like, design this mask that we place on ourselves to experience something. Like, okay, I'm going to step into this role. It's kind of like actors when they become their role, they step into that persona, and they learn a lot from that persona, they learn a lot from that character, they can take a lot of really cool things to benefit their own lives. Does that make sense? And I think that that's what's happening here with the moon and mahogany obsidian. It's like, okay, it's time for us to really build courage in and maybe going for what we want, and building strength in who we are, so we can actually create those boundaries, those barriers, and express that this is my life, this is what I'd like to experience, and this is how I need to show up for myself, and this is how I build that sort of that strength in who I am. And stack two, cards two, God, sacred. And when I say God, I just mean whatever form of divinity you associate with God. So God, sacred, and telesphoros, recuperation. So God, synergistically connected to all that is, inclusive, supportive hunter. So God, sacred. Um, what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? We have God. And we have Telesphoros, recuperation. So focus on your part in healing. It is a time to recover and put your health first. Are you getting good sleep? That's important. Not I right now. Your inner child requires your protection and attention. Dream work, emphasis on healing. So what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? We have healing in the first two cards, right? We have the moon, we have mahogany obsidian, we have God, sacred, and recuperation. Okay. And it's expressing that we experience things in life that it's not just us involved. There are other parties involved in our experiences. There are other parties involved in creating things that we do have to or choose to, when we do, heal through. Yes. And so this is expressing that everything is sacred. You are sacred no matter where you are and what you are and what you're choosing to involve yourself with. Uh, Energy is sacred, and we are. And if even when we're going through traumatic events or we're trying to work through trauma and we don't feel our best, we feel some type of way, and we don't feel pretty, we don't feel uplifted, we don't feel divine. We may feel dirty, we may feel gross and somber and yuck, but there should be at the back of our headspace, right, this understanding that we that is sacred as well. We are never not sacred, and I can't force other people to do healing. I can't. But I can show up today, this month of May, right? And in this month of May, and I can focus on my part in the healing that I need to do for myself. Am I making sense? Um, and so with this understanding of my sacredness, right, this understanding of your sacredness, of who you are, that everything about you is sacred and beautiful, and even when you don't feel that way, it is important that we understand we are always connected. We are never isolated in that sense. We're always connected to source, and with this energy it is expressing this month, it's a really good time to plug into what I need to recover, what I need to bring into alignment to experience good health, mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. Like, what do I need? And I can't answer that for you. That's something that you have to answer for yourself, or explore. Like, what do I need right now? What is going to be healthy for me right now? Um, by integrating the shadows behind the persona is healing. Totally. Yes. And so focus on your part. And it reminds me kind of like of couples therapy, or their group therapy. We cannot force another person to be ready to heal. And so when we can work on ourselves, so just because the other party or other parties involved don't want to do the work doesn't mean we can't. And so it's up to us to decide that I don't want to be in that space anymore. I don't want to be in that mind frame anymore. And so it's time for me to do the work I need, the work that is necessary for me to actually move through this and not feel this way anymore. And so I choose that, with or without participants, right? And that's what's being expressed here. At the core of it, I actually like that. That's cool. At the core of it is spirit. Stack three, cards three. Spirit, cosmic soul, God source. We just had God. So we know that there's, the month of May, divinity, divine energy is being ushered in really, really well. And so that's something that we pay attention to. God source, divine connection, purity, interconnection, cleansing, and life. So spirit, cosmic soul, and that's coupled with, we've had this one lately, siren, temptation. This may be too good to be true. What are your intentions? Divination, love, desire, escorting the soul to its divinity. What's done is done and cannot be undone, sweetening the harshness of life. Desire. Desire's twice on this card. Grief. I knew I made a typo here. So grief, song, peril, trance. Spirit and siren, what does that say to you? How does that make you feel at the core of the reading for the month? Um, I think that this is a good month for us to really sort of pay attention to the ebb and flow of our life energy, the ebb and flow of our choices and our actions and our investments. Um, what are my intentions with my life? What am I seeking to accomplish? What are my desires? Um, what do I want to be a part of? And how can I bring in spirit into this, right? How can I imbue my experiences with life and divinity? Yeah, everything is interconnected, everything is a part of everything. And so why do I want what I want? Why do I want the life that I want? What's the real driving force? Let me get to the core of it. Let me get to the why, the reasoning. And I think that the more that we define that, the more that we explore that, the more we are able to say, okay, where I am at today is not the same place I was at, maybe 5 years when I made these intentions, when I said I wanted this for my life. Let me explore who I am today, excuse me, and what I want for myself, and let me adjust. And siren temptation, this may be too good to be true, and so let me be mindful that some things this month may be a little too good to be true. So when I do understand what I want, right, when I do understand my reasoning and the core behind it, I'm able to discern that this may be a little too good to be true. So let me maybe take a step back and process and be aware of anything else that is popping up. So I don't get involved in something that is not going to work out for me. Yeah. Um, yeah. What are your intentions keep popping up? Like, be mindful of that. What are your intentions this month? What do you seek to get done? And it very well could be that this is a month where we do some heavy cleansing. It's a month where we take into consideration all aspects of our lives, right? All aspects of our lives, and we start to cleanse. We start to clear out and detox and let go of the things that no longer are relevant because we are a new person today. We have new wants and desires, and so in order for us to explore those new wants and desires, we do have to shed the old stuff. The queen lone wolf. Um, Authority, caution, power, importance, guarded, psychic, and new skills. The Queen, Lone Wolf, cards four, stack four. The Queen, with Archangel Raguel. Archangel Raguel, friend of God, justice and harmony, divine intervention, problem solving, helps us understand our anger and how to use it in ways that are beneficial. There's a lot of well, hello, Joanne. Blessings to you as well. Archangel Raguel. There's a lot of therapy cards I find. There's a lot of therapeutic cards here. Uh, so what does that say to you? The Queen Lone Wolf, stack four, cards four. The Queen Lone Wolf, Archangel Raguel. Problem solving helps us understand our anger and how to use it in ways that are beneficial. Authority, caution, importance, power, new skills. New skills. What does that say to you? Month of May. Let's be aware. I find with this sort of this coupling, this blending. I find again, there's a lot of divine energy, like divine intervention, God, spirit, cosmic soul, the moon, queen. There's a lot of intense divine, like spiritual energy here. So I think that uh, that is something to be aware of. Like, let's be aware of our spirituality, our practice. Does it need to be altered? Does it need to be addressed? Do I need to be more mindful of it? In what ways? And how can I show up more and be more responsible with my practice, more connected, more aware? With the Queen and Lone Wolf and Archangel Raguel. I find that maybe this month there's a lot of things unearthing, and I am being more frustrated, or I'm feeling anger. And there's nothing wrong with being frustrated. There's nothing wrong with anger. You don't just, throw it away. It is important that we don't just throw it away, I think, with anger and those feelings, we need to let them come up so we can process, so we can explore them in a healthy way and remind ourselves like this is a part of us as well. And so we can utilize that anger and process it in ways that are beneficial. So, what is this anger teaching me? How do I like? What is it covering up? Maybe is there a fear there? Um, Let me explore this a little bit. Why am I so angry? Am I passionate about something that's not being addressed, or am I not being seen? Like, what's really going on here? And so when that comes up, it's like, okay, I feel like it's time to explore that. Give yourself that opportunity. Don't don't allow yourself to just try and bury it because we have to be prim and proper. We have to be perfect. Life's not like that. There's nothing wrong with understanding that we get angry. You know, um, New skills, okay, pops up as well. So I find that maybe this month will usher in new opportunities to maybe do something different than what we've been doing. So new skills may happen, and when we're doing new things, it's a learning process, right? And so sometimes we can get angry, sometimes we can get frustrated that it's not happening as fast as it should, or we think it should, and so let's be mindful of that. Like, what new skills do I need? Okay, what new skills do I need this month to get through the month and to set me up for success? And it goes back to connecting with our spirit. It goes back to processing, our grief, and processing our frustration and anger, and being aware that it's a time to sort of like cleanse. It's a time to detox and to let go of parts of ourselves and our situations that no longer are relevant, because we, again, like I said, we are no longer the same. And so we are looking at all of this, and we are saying, okay, that has to go, that's going. It's like spring cleaning. It's getting rid of the winter stuff, because we're entering, well, depending on where you're at, we're entering warmer months. And so now I recognize, like, I no longer need all of these things that are going to keep me warm, because it's going to be hot as fuck. We're going to melt. And so let's not keep this in our space, dragging us down. And I am the one who has authority in my life. I am the one who is making the decisions for me. And so it is important that I express that, you know? And troubleshoot when things get challenging. Let's troubleshoot it. Yeah, let's just get the last in and tie it all in. North, cold winds, bringer of winter, thought. I say summer, it's cold winds. Bringer of winter, thought, realization, charm, fertility. North, cold winds. With euphoria. This is a cute card. I love it. Euphoria, hold on to it. Focus and caring for your physical and mental well being. A great time to invest in yourself. Acceptance, the present moment, ebb and flow, plugged in. Honor thyself. Remember your connection to what? To divinity. Hilarious. Remember your connection. Let me see if I can get a little closer. It's super cute. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? North, cold winds. Euphoria, hold on to it. I really enjoy that this is at the end of it, because it's mirroring the moon and mahogany obsidian, like building courage. It does take courage, because a lot of times we are taught that we can't be fully who we are. We can't succeed if we allow ourselves to really fully show the world who we are. We get told we have to like quiet ourselves, or we have to be more prim and proper, or we have to have a certain like style of hair, or we have to have a certain color of hair, and we can't, ugh, and there's a lot that goes into that stuff, and it's frustrating. But we're told all of these things, and in reality, that really, really puts a damper on feeling empowered in who we are. And I think that with North, cold winds, euphoria, hold on to it. It's expressing like, look, find what makes you feel good, and hold on to it. Find what makes you feel good. Think those thoughts that really set you up for success. Have those realizations that this is your story. The only person that can write and edit your story is you. And so understand that you are in power here in your story, in your life. And so do what you can, the best you can with what you have at all times when you're able to, and reach for feeling good about it. Reach for feeling good about your life. So, what does it mean? Again, think about it for this month of May. What does it mean to have a good month? What does it mean to have a good life? What does it mean for me to feel really good, to feel accepted, to love who I am, and to embrace my story? Right? I'm the main character. And so, what does that look like for me? It's time that I focus on taking care of myself. Maybe I've taken care of everyone else around me and I'm used to it so much that I've neglected myself. It's time that I don't neglect everyone else. I don't have to, but it's time that I focus on caring for me. It's my turn, you know? And that goes for all of us. It's our turn. It's our turn to tune in to us because, again, we are the creators, we are the writers, we are the editors of our own storyline. And plug in. Plug into your divine source, plug into whatever that means for you, and explore that more, call to it more, feel connected, and engage with it more, and explore your feelings around that. When frustration comes up, that's okay. Anger and frustration and all of those things are not, they're not like the opposite of being spiritual, right? People think, oh, if you're spiritual or if you're living a really good practice, somehow you're not angry, you don't have fears, somehow you're like just vibrating on a whole different level, and that vibration means it's something really, really great. No, we can be vibrating all we're vibrating all the time. We're energy. And there's nothing wrong with all of the emotions that we feel. It's a part of this journey. And so instead of negating them, instead of denying them, we explore them, we allow them their space, and when we're ready to move through, we find ways to move through to feel better, whatever that means for us. So, with that being said, what are your thoughts for the month ahead for May in 2023? What do you think of it? What are your thoughts? Feel free to share it. If you're watching a recording later on, still feel free to comment and share. I'm always reading the comments if I can, when I can, if there are any. But I do think that the month of May is extremely spiritual. It's bringing this blend of spirituality and physicality together, where we are understanding that in order to feel better, whatever that looks like for us, it's really about exploring energy concepts, spiritual concepts in our mundane life, and doing the mundane things to align with our spiritual life. And so sometimes we have to pay attention to what our body needs. Sometimes we should always be paying attention to what our body needs, what our emotional needs are, all of those things, and start taking charge of living. It is time for us to live and to explore what it means to live. There are temptations that may be too good to be true. So instead of living in like a fantasy world, we are living in a world that we create for ourselves that feels wonderful, and we are able to feel wonderful by exploring that stuff, and be discerning when something may be a little too good to be true, so we can at least use our knowledge and experience to say, no, that's not right for us right now. But explore masks, this month, whatever that means for you. Explore masks, putting on different types of personas or energies that you step into to feel what you want to feel, to be a little more courageous. Sometimes, for people who wear makeup, that it could be altering the makeup, maybe contouring more, or putting on a different shade of lipstick, or eyeshadow or eyeliner or whatever. Or it could be clothes, or it could be like scents, like perfumes, colognes, whatever. You put that on and you step into this different energy, and you become a little more confident, or you become a little more sensual, or whatever it is that you need. Explore that, do that. And it's really about taking care of yourself as best as you can. I like this, and understanding that you have the authority in your life. This is your story. This is your life. This is you, and you get to sort of direct it. You get to edit it. You get to show up and bring in the props that you need, and focus on creating a really cool performance. Right? Any questions, any thoughts, any concerns before I close this up and we go to our week ahead? But I hope that you can take something from this and utilize it. I like all of these cards. It is very, very divine inspired. And it really is saying reach for what feels better this month. Whatever pops up, explore what pops up. When it's frustrating, when you're angry, if you want to scream. Allow yourself to explore all emotions. But when you are ready, reach for that euphoria. Reach for what feels better. So the next best feeling, the next best thought, a memory that makes you laugh all the time, whatever it may be, a movie that you watch when and it makes you laugh and you just want to feel better. Reach for that. Something that's healthy for you, and learn that this is yours. This is yours. You are the gem, and this is yours to do with what you desire. And you get to create that for yourself. Nobody else can do that for you. So with that being said, if you don't have any last minute thoughts, questions, concerns, I'm going to turn this off, and then I'll be back in a few seconds, minutes, with our week ahead. We have 3 videos to do this today. So the month ahead, the week ahead, and then the daily for Monday. So lots of talking, but thank you. I appreciate you, and I enjoy our time together. So I will talk to you in a few. Take care.